All right, the General Electric K 30150, first edition, August 1978, locomotive service manual, running and maintenance and troubleshooting for the Series 7 road locomotives. For this manual for personal performing running maintenance with the General Electric Series 7 built series of the built since January 1977 locomotive, the running of the maintenance consists of such work as terminal service, the manual minor repair adjustments, interchange of any small components, and any work that will restore the locomotive to service with a minimum time and rail requirement. Car has been taken compliant with the material included with the items methods that will be with the greatest use. The maintainer of the daily activities manual includes service information pertaining to the major and component systems of the same Series 7 locomotive. Variations will exist between the different models of the locomotive between railroad customers. Instruction with the specific customer modifications are not included but are part of the maintenance manuals furnished to this customer. The manual is divided in 13 sections. Each section will be revised periodically, included applicable consumer comments, engineering changes, welcome comments, the accuracy, thoroughness for the manual. This will enable us to provide your customer with the best, latest, and information. Please forward all comments to General Electric Company, Maintenance Engineering Education, 2901 East Lake Road, Erie, PA, 16531. Alright, Section 1, General Information, Introduction, Series 7, locomotive, the general data, the conversion factor, the torque values, torque wrench, applications, Section 2, Inspection and Check, Introduction, Equipment apparatus equipment and apparatus location, trip inspection, setup, and the service mechanical inspection, engine system monitoring, functional checks. Section 3, Control Equipment, Introduction, Master Control, Reverser, Brake Switching, Power Rectifier Panel, Voltage Regulator Panel, the CMR wheel slip panel, CHEC excitation panel, the speed event panel, the annunciator panel, section 4, rotating equipment, introduction, traction, alternator, auxiliary, generator, exciter, traction motor, communicator, maintenance, section 5, mechanical equipment, introduction, shaft alignment, and cab heater, section 6, trucks, introduction, brake rigging, floating bolster, 2-axle truck, brake rigging, floating bolster, 3-axle truck, 2-axle floating bolster truck, 3-axle floating bolster truck, section 7, compressor air equipment, introduction, air compressor, Gardner, Denver types of the WBO and WBG, and system integration, and system, section 8, Introduction, diesel electric locomotive analysis, electrical and engine system monitoring. Section 9, diesel engine introduction, checking, adjustment, replacement. Section 10, engine supporting system introduction, fuel, oil system, lubricating oil system, cooling water system, equipment and air system. Section 11, load testing, introduction, self-loading, external loading curves on EM99 loading unit. Restoring locomotive for the service. Section 12, troubleshooting, introduction, troubleshooting, the procedure for the safety note, the troubleshooting guide. And Section 13, testing information, introduction, electrical components table, 13.1. Alright, instructions, general information component. The introduction, series 7 locomotive, the general data, the conversion factors, US weights, measurement, metric system, measurement, power and heating equivalent, temperature conversion table, the torque values, introduction, bolt identification, lubrication, non-steel application, torque wrench applications, introduction, uses adapters. In this introduction, this section presents general information for the Series 7 locomotive for the detailed data that refer to the overall maintenance manual furnished for the applicable line of the locomotive. Series 7 locomotive, the General Electric standard line with the locomotive shown in Figure 1.1. Company has made with the change of the locomotive nomenclature, banning traditional U designation and an indication system with the felt to be meaningful with the change of the nomenclature applied with the cross for the standard domestic line. A as in a path, the letters indicate with the number of the axles, and B with the standard 2-axle 2-motor truck, and C indicates the 3-axle 3-motor truck with the more number following the truck identification represents horsepower put in traction for traction. The latest number is shown with the K7 indicates the model year to 1977. The Series 7 retains the standard locomotive underframe diesel engine 7 FDL 8 engine 1800 horsepower class SFDL 12 engine for 2250 to 2750 horsepower class. This SDFL 16 for 3000, 3300 and 3600 horsepower class. The 7 FDL 8 is an 8-cylinder engine. SFDL 12 is a 12-cylinder engine, and the S7 FDL 16 is a 16-cylinder engine. General data. Table 1 lists for the general data of the Series 7 locomotive. The conversion factors used in maintenance and measure. The 1 mile equals 1,760 yards for 5,280 feet. 1 yard is 3 feet for 36 inches. The 1 foot is 12 inches. 1 millimeter is 1,000th of an inch. Fathom is 2 yards or 6 feet. 1 rod is 5.5 yards or 16.5 feet. Hands 4 inches. 1 hand is 4 inches. 1 span is 9 inches. 1 micro inch or 1 millionth of an inch. Furlong, 1 mile is 8 furlongs or 80 chains. Furlong is 10 chains for the 220 yards. The chain of the 4 rods and 22 yards or 66 feet. With 100 links and 1 link at 7.92 inches. Alright, then it shows B18, 7, B32, 7, and B38, 7, B37, 33, 7, 36, 7. And then you have your C23, 7, 23, 28, 7, C37, 33, 7, 36, 7, and Figure 1, Series 7 locomotives. And then it has a general data where they show the horsepower type of the AR engine, major display dimensions, length, width, and height, length of the bolster, truck, wheelbase, minimum curve locomotive alone, coupled to a train, drive, traction motor, wheel diameter, weight, typical minimum, maximum supplies, fuel, minimum cooling, water, lubricating oil, governing standard. All right, square mile with 640 acres or 6,400 square chains, and acres 10 square chains with 4,840 square yards or 43,560 square feet. A square chain is 16 square rods with a 484 square feet or 4,356 square feet. A square rod is 30 and a quarter square yards and 275 and a quarter square feet, or equal to 625 square lengths. A square yard is 909 square feet. A square foot is 140 square inches. An acre is equal to a square the size of which is 208 feet, 208.7 feet. All right, measured in diameter, the area's electrical wires. One circular inch is the area, circular 1 inch diameter of 0.7854 square inches. A circular inch is 1 million circular mils of 1 square inch is 1.273. 2 circular inch or 1,273,239 square mils. A circular mil is an area of the circle of 1,000th of an inch in diameter. A perch is a masonry. 1 cubic yard, 27 cubic feet. 1 cubic foot, 1,728 inches. The long measure also used the wood and masonry. 1 cord of wood, 4 by 4 by 4 by 8 is 128 cubic feet. 1 perch of masonry is a 16.5 by 1.5 by 1 foot. It's equal to 24 and 3/4 cubic feet. Liquid measures in 1 U.S. gallon is 0.1337 cubic feet or 231 cubic inches. 4 quarts or 8 pints. 1 quart is 2 pints or 8 gills. 1 pint is 4 gills. 1 British Imperial gallon is 1.2009 U.S. gallons. 27742 cubic inches. 1 cubic foot is 7.48 U.S. gallons. Measuring the weight at avoid per commercial weight with a gross long ton with a 2,240 pounds, net or short ton 2,000 pounds, 1 pound 16 ounces 7,000 grains, 1 ounce 16 dramics or 437 grains. Measuring of pressure 1 pound per square inch is 144 pounds per square foot, or 0.068 atmosphere, equal to 2.0042 inches of the mercury at 62 degrees Fahrenheit, 2.72 inches of water at 62 degrees Fahrenheit, 2.31 feet of water at 62 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 atmosphere, 30 inches of the mercury at 62 degrees Fahrenheit, 14.7 pounds a square inch. 2,116.3 pounds per square foot, 333.95 feet of water at 62 feet, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. 1 foot of water at 62 degrees Fahrenheit is 62.355 pounds per square foot, or 0.4433 pounds per square inch. Inch of the mercury 62 degrees. 1.132 with a foot of water, 1.13.5 inches or 0.49 pounds per square inch. All right, the metric system. In the metric system, the measure for the principal unit of the length of the meter for the principal unit of the capacity of the liter of the principal unit of the weight of the gram of the following prefix for the subdivision multiplied by the mil by 100, 1,000, negative 1 by divided by 1,000, centi 1 by 100, and deci 1 by 10, deca 10, hecta 100, kilo 1,000. Abbreviations both subdivision multiple used with a small lowercase letter. All multiples in subdivision are not used. Commercial, these ordinary use the length of the kilometer, meter, centimeter, millimeter for the capacity, square meter with the square centimeter. centimeter, square millimeter for the cubic measure, for the cubic meter, for the cubic decimeter, the cubic centimeter, cubic millimeter, the most commonly used way for the kilogram and the gram. Measure of length 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter, 10 centimeters for the equal to 10 decimeter, 10 decimeters is equal to 1 meter, 100 meters is equal to 1 kilometer, 100 square millimeters is measure squared equals 1 square centimeter, 100 square centimeter for the 1 square decimeter squared, 100 square decimeters is equal to 1 square meter squared. Survey square measure 100 square meters is one area. 100 areas is equal to 1 hectare area. 100 hectare area is a square kilometer of the 1 kilometer squared. Cubic measurements 1,000 cubic millimeters is equal to 100. 1 cubic centimeter. 1,000 cubic centimeters is equal to 1 decimeter. 1,000 cubic decimeters 1 cubic meter. Dry liquid measures 10 millimeters is 1 centiliter, 10 centiliters is 1 deciliter, 10 deciliters is 1 liter, 100 liters is a hectoliter, 1 liter is equal to 1 cubic decimeter, 1 volume of 1 kilogram of the pure water with the temperature at 39.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Measuring the weight 10 milligrams, 10 centigrams, 10 decigrams, 10 grams, 10 decagrams, 10 hectograms, 10,000 kilograms. All equal, okay. 10 milligrams, 1 centigram, 10 centigrams, 1 decigram, 10 decigrams, 1 gram, 10 grams, decagrams, 10 decagrams, 1 hectogram, 10 hectograms, 1 kilogram, 1,000 kilograms, 1 metric ton. Line and measure 1 kilometer is equal to 0.614 miles, or 1 mile is equal to 1.609 kilometers. 1 meter is equal to 37 inches. The 1 yard is 0.914 meter. 3.2808 feet is equal to 1 foot. 0.3048 meters. Okay, 1.0936 yards is 1 foot. 3048.8 millimeters. A centimeter is 0.3937 inches. 1 inch of the 2.54 centimeters. 1 millimeter is 0.3937 or inch. 1 inch is equal to 25.4 millimeters. All right, the square kilometer 1.3861 square mile of 247.1 acres. 247.1 acres. A hectogram of 247.1 acres is 107,639 square feet. 1 acre is equal to 0.1 area. All right. And anyways, it keeps going. Let's see if we... Cubic measurement. Move it. Well, we might as well do this and... All right, cubic measure. 1 cubic measure for the 35.315 cubic feet, 1.304 and 308 cubic yards. 1 cubic meter with the 264.2 U.S. gallons. 1 cubic centimeter, 0.061 cubic inches. 1 liter for the cubic decimeter is equal to 0.353 cubic feet or 61.023 cubic inches. 1 liter is equal to 0.2642 U.S. gallons, 1.0567 U.S. quarts. 1 cubic yard is 0.7646 cubic meters. 1 cubic foot is equal to 0.02832 cubic meters. Meters is equal to 2.8317 liters. 1 cubic inch is equal to 16.38706 cubic centimeters. 1 U.S. gallon is equal to 3.785 liters. 1 U.S. quart is equal to 0.946 liters. Weight, a metric ton is 0.9482 ton or 2,240 pounds or 22,046 pounds. The kilogram is 22.046 pounds. The 35 to 274 ounces of the odd veracity. 1 gram 0.03215 1 ounce troy. 0.0352 so 1 ounce average avoidress. 1 gram is 15.32 grains. 1 ton is equal to 2,240 pounds or 1.016 metric ton. 1.016 kilograms. 1 pound is equal to 0.536 kilograms or 453 453.6 grams. 1 adversary of the 28.35 grams. 1 troy is equal to 31.103 grams. 1 gram is equal to 0.0648 grams. 1 kilogram per square millimeter is 1,422.32 pounds per square inch. 1 kilogram per square centimeter is 14.223 pounds per square inch. Kilometer is 7.233 pounds a foot. 1 pound per square inch is 0.0703 kilogram per square inch. Per square centimeter. 1 calorie is a kilogram of calorie. 3.968 British thermal units. Power and heat equivalents. 1 horsepower is equal to 0.746 kilowatt hours of 1,984 foot-pound for the 2,545 British thermal units equal to 2.64 pounds of water evaporated in 212 degrees Fahrenheit. 17 pounds weighs over the 62 and 2.5. 1 kilowatt is equal to 1,000 watts. 1.34 horsepower of the 2,655,200 foot-pounds. 3,600,000 joules at 3,415 BTUs. 354 pounds of water evaporated at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. 228 pounds of water raised to 62 to 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Horsepower, 700 horsepower is equal to 746 watts. The equal to 746 kilowatt, 0.746 kilowatts. 33,000 foot-pounds per minute. The 550 foot-pounds per second. The 2,545 BT units per hour. 442.4 British thermal units per minute, with the 0.7 British thermal units per second. The 2.64 pound of the water evaporated per hour at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Kilowatt is 1,000 watts. 1.34 horsepower. The 2,655,200 foot-pounds per hour. 44,200 foot-pounds per minute. 737 foot-pounds per square inch. 3,450 BTUs per minute. All right, where were we? 1 BTU, 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. 0.013 horsepower, 1,000th of a kilowatt, 3.42 bits per BTUs per hour. 444.22 foot-pounds per minute. 0.74 foot-pounds per second. 3.54 water evaporated per hour equals 212 degrees Fahrenheit. BTU is 1,500 watt seconds. 778 foot-pounds. 0.25 kilogram calories. 0.000292 kilowatt. 0.000393 hour watt. 0.00104 pound water evaporated at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. 1 foot-pound. 1.36 joules at 1 joule watt, 1 watt second. It's too small. Temperature conversion scale. The thermostatic scale. There are 3 thermostatic scales: general U for the Fahrenheit, which is the general U for the English-speaking countries; centigrade with the Celsius, which is several continental countries and scientific work; and Reaumur, which is U for some of the European continents. In the Fahrenheit thermometer, the freezing point with the water is marked at 32 degrees Fahrenheit and 30 degrees Fahrenheit, and scale with the boiling of the atmospheric 312 degrees. The distance with the 2 points divided into 180 degrees. No centigrade scale with the freezing point of the water is 0 degrees. The boiling point 100 degrees. On the Reaumur scale, the freezing point of it is 0 degrees, and the boiling point is 80 degrees. The following formulas may be used with converting given any of the scale of the other cases. Degrees in Fahrenheit is 9 times degrees in Celsius divided by 5 plus 32 equals 9 times degrees. Reaumur over divided by 4 plus 32 degrees. The centigrade 5 times the degrees in Fahrenheit minus 32 divided by 9 equals 5 times the degree in radius. Reaumur divided by 4 degrees in Reaumur, 4 degrees Celsius, 4 times the degrees Celsius divided by 5 equals to 4 times the degrees Fahrenheit divided by 32 over 9. Alright, the table 1, 2, converting centigrade into the degree of the Fahrenheit. The table can be the course conventional U for the reverse order. Absolute temperature and absolute zero. The point of the term of the thermostatic scale of the thermal consideration, which is called absolute zero, beyond the further degree for the temperature inconvenienceable. The beyond point is located at negative 273 degrees centigrade or 459.7 degrees Fahrenheit. A temperature reckoned from the point instead of from the zero on the ordinary thermostat is called the absolute temperature. The absolute temperature in degrees Celsius is known as degrees in Kelvin or Kelvin scale. Absolute temperature in degrees of Fahrenheit known as degrees in Rankine scale. Degrees of Kelvin is equal to degrees in Celsius plus 273.2 degrees in Rankine. Degrees in Fahrenheit plus 459.7. All right, this is a comparison between centigrade and Fahrenheit degrees. Measuring the quantity of the heat, the U for the quantity of the heat, the U for the English speaking for the country, British thermal unit with the quantity of the heat rate for the temperature for the 1 pound per square water 1 degree. American Standard Abbreviation BTU, convenient British thermal unit, the French thermal unit in the kilogram calories, quantity of the heat required to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram for the pure water of the 1 degree with 1 kilogram and 3.968 British thermal units 1,000 kilograms. The number of the foot-pounds mechanical energy equivalent of the British thermal units is called the mechanical equivalent heat with equal to 778 foot-pounds. 1 foot-pound is equal to 0.001285 heat unit. Alright, torque values, medium carbon alloy steel bolts. Introduction. The torque value for the table 1, 2, and 3 with the guide for the ensure the satisfactory tightening of the bolt stud for their nuts for the specific value not given them in the table 1, general with the data with the instruction or the maintenance data plate when the equipment part of being maintained. Bolt identification bolts may be identified in the following manner. Medium carbonine, 3 radial dashes on the head. Alloy steel, 6 radial dashes on the head, or X stamps on the head. Table between bolt meters, 1/4, 5/16, 3/8, 7/16, 1 calf, 1/16, 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, 1 inch, 1 1/8, 1 1/4, 1 3/8, 1 1/2. Threads per inches and medium carbon standard Society American Engineers grade 5 pounds a foot, Newton meters. Great Society American Engineers grade 9 pounds a feet, newtons per meter. Alright, lubrication. To get maximum benefit of the applied the torque, the threads on the side of the bolt through the being cleaned from dirt and rust area for the scale for the heating of the treating. But bolts that should be lubricated with the high pressure lubricating graphite with the white lead. The oil things with approximately 5 parts of machine oil with 1 part graphite, white lead with the volume of the lubricator plate. And Molly Coat and DAG 210 on the anti-seize compound with may be used to also lubricate both threads and washer face for the bolt on nuts. No arding flat washers are recommended with medium carbon bolts and mandatory for alloy steel bolt applications. Non-steel application. When aluminum, copper, or other soft metals may be used together with a care must be taken a large washer, small both lower targets in order to prevent the deformation. Soft metal materials. Soft metals also have more tendency to relax with time, retorquing at least once in a recommended. If using the extension for the torque wrench, you refer to the torque wrench end sections. Caution: the torque value of the table, the approximate maximum minimum value for this should be applied with the bolt side of the material indicated. The values take on the bolt shrink with the consideration ample steel joints. When material is often softer than steel, such as the brass, aluminum, plastic, thread, stripping the possibility of the table, the value of the torque used for these values should be excessive for the remaining gaskets and joints, and since the extrusion of the gaskets may result, also consideration when using the tables. Torque wrenches are a possible source of the error and should be checked often calibrated more than plus or minus 5% that should be adjusted. Dry unlubricated assembly with the bolts and nuts may require 20% added additional torque. If the threads are not clean, the value of them may be higher yet. Well-rolled lubricated bolts going through and a smooth thread tapped hole could require much as 20% less torque that is shown with the table. The candium plating will also reduce the charted torque. Torque wrench applications. Introduction. And to ensure the satisfactory performance of mechanical equipment, avoid costly failure. It's important to tighten all the nuts and vital bolts so that according to the value of the approximate instruction, the torque wrench is not able to assume that the mechanic can exert the pull with about 125 pounds of the wrench with it when it is multiplied with the wrench length in the feet to give the torque the pound per foot. Use of adapters. Often necessary for the adapter of the torque wrench for the reach for the inaccessible bolts of the nut. The adapters used for the reading of the torque wrench for the dial with the actual torque exerted. Additional torque exerted with the nut and bolt, then often show with the dials depending on 1, the length of the adapter, 2, the width which of the adapter position on the wrench. See figure 1.3 for the calculation correction factor to be applied during the dial rating. Note: it is important to pull on the torque of the wrench handle with it concentrated at a position marked P with the figure 1 and 1, 2, figure 1 and 2 and 1, 3 are shifted in the position with a considerable error with the effective torque of the end of the adapter. Also very important, the threads both parts for the clean and free of the burrs and properly lubricated. The contact of the face of the nuts, it must also be lubricated with the same lubrication. And then shows table figure 1-2 using torque wrench as an adapter with applied straight position. Torque wrench with an adapter applied at an angle. And then you have your table 4-1-4 as English metric conversions. An example. Alright, this was your locomotive service manual, running maintenance, troubleshooting, general information, part 1, instructions.